Hi everyone. I speak English although I was not born in the United States of America or any other English speaking country, but it doesn't matter. I hope my pronunciation is understandable and I speak, or rather, I try to speak with an American accent. Today, I'm drawing this interesting character from one of the most popular games, at least in the part of the world where I live. If you have kids, you've probably seen and noticed labels with the name of this smartphone game on them somewhere. Today we're getting snow, which is unusual after 2 weeks of 17 and 19 Celsius degrees during the day. Although I will remind those who have been listening to me and tell those who are listening for the first time that I live at the latitude of New York City but on a different continent. I mean, snow is very romantic. I love it when natural phenomena are in season. Today, I want to talk to you about sports and how I have been involved in them throughout my life. My age ranges from 24 to 39 years old, and I will ask you to guess my age in the comments if possible, based on my voice and possibly life experiences that will be seen through the prism of my view of reality as I talk to you. Just relax where you are sitting, you can have a cup of tea and feel completely comfortable, as this will be a relaxed conversation and experience that I want to pass on to you. Perhaps some of you will be able to guess my age. I want to say that I'm not a professional athlete. My father hardened me since my childhood, where I lived in the apartments. Sometimes there was no water, and my parents used to draw water in the bathroom, specifically in the bathtub, in order to have some supplies. So my father used to wake me up early in the morning when I had to go to my kindergarten, and I was maybe 4 or 5 years old and be used to dip me in this cold water so that I could harden myself. Also, my father would always take me by the stadium and give me the opportunity to climb on some tourniquets and other sports equipment that is usually found in outdoor sports fields. Around the age of 6, my mother suggested that I go to a sports section for martial arts. Well, we lived in a rather specific place at that time where the contingent was quite unusual. All the same. As an 8-year-old child, I used to run around the stadium, which had a circumference of 400 meters. And the stadium was rural. The covering of the running path was completely absent, and it was pebbles or small gravel. We always did push-ups on our fists. That is, usually push-ups from the ground are mostly done on the palms of the hands, but the coach insisted that all students did push-ups on their fists. I remind you that there was no cover and we did push-ups just on the pebbles, so that small and large stones could cut into the skin on our fists. It reminds me a bit of an old movie starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know what it's called in American, but in Russian it was called Kickboxer. There, Van Damme goes to some Asian country and a coach with great experience trains that very Van Damme very harshly as they prepare a real fighter for fights in the ring. At that time, a few decades ago, people watched the same movies because there was no internet as such, or rather, there was internet, but not in the part of the world where I live. Where I lived, I think that my coach also watched the same movie and maybe even got inspired and adopted the teaching tactics. I was kickboxing for about 4 or 5 years and performed only in one competition in which I took first place. But it happened to be a very personal story that later I gave up training and going to kickboxing to my coach. Maybe in the future I will tell my story if there will be a lot of comments about it to this video, why I gave up the sport considering how much time I devoted to it and what success I had anyway. Then I played basketball for about 2 years, but it's a team sport. I think that you have to have very strong communication skills to play sports. And I had some friends, of course, and enjoyed going to basketball, but at some point something went wrong, and I have to quit. The end of school, when I was about 16 or 17 years old, I started bodybuilding under a very experienced trainer who was 70 years old by the time. Just imagine, he's not alive anymore, but I remember him with great honor as one of the coolest people I think I have ever had the privilege to work with. After finishing school, I went to another city and entered the university there. I rented a room and it was very small, about 3.5 or 4 square meters, and in this very room, to have at least some free space, I had to assemble a sofa to the state of the sofa when you can only sit on it. I sat on a chair and I had dumbbells that my father bought me. These dumbbells were 12.5 kilograms and they were collapsible. Practically every single day I used these dumbbells for 20 30 minutes or more. I wanted to continue bodybuilding, but I had no money for the gym. After 1 year, I increased my muscle mass very much and noticeably, and it happened that I was able to go to the gym. I went to the gym for the next 3.5 years or so. I can record a separate video on the motivation that has always lived in me to keep moving forward in sports and to do it permanently. Further, I continued to go to the gym, but a little less often, and I started jogging. Later, I switched to cycling and swimming in the swimming pools, right? At the moment, I don't go to the gym because I don't think I don't need to go there. I maintain my figure, my shape by doing LFK. It's kind of cheese abbreviation, acronym from Russian, and in English it is physiotherapy exercises, therapeutic exercise. So I maintain my shape by doing this therapeutic exercises and other activities that I listed last in this video. I just want to say that you should understand one simple truth: nobody needs you but yourself. Just keep this thought as a mantra in order to always take care of your health and constantly exercise. So, guys, if this episode gets at least 300 likes, I will tell you about my motivation and reveal it truthfully and honestly, frankly, just like I do in all my videos. Unfortunately, my videos are not watched in large volumes, so I can not afford to record long videos, but I would do it with pleasure if my channel could grow. Unfortunately, I cannot monetize my channel at the moment, and the process of recording videos takes time. So if you want to participate in making my channel grow, you can share this video with a friend. You can also like, subscribe to the channel, and leave something in the comments, for example, your insight. Although I don't think there were any real insights here, I was happy to share my personal story and wish you a wonderful week. See you there.